Hunan hit by thunder snow in multiple regions. Zhengzhou blanketed in snowstorm as crows fill the sky. Over 90% of distilleries in Maotai town halt production. Owners reduce investments by 75%. For street stability, government allocates 8 trillion yuan amid continuing economic decline. Better to spend money on delicious food. Chinese medical insurance sees sharp decline in participants. More than 500 China-made EVs recalled in New Zealand. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Hunan hit by thunder snow in multiple regions. Zhengzhou blanketed in snowstorm as crows fill the sky. The snowstorm in Hunan hit suddenly, bringing along various unusual occurrences that grabbed people's attention. In a video recorded early on December 11th, rare instances of thunder snow were witnessed in Kaifeng, Zhengzhou, Luoyang, Yuanyang, and other areas in Henan. Snowfall coincided with thunder, accompanied by flashes of purple lightning, leading many Hunan residents to be taken aback. Throughout China's history, thunder snow has been viewed as a sign of impending disaster, causing concern among many. The elders in the village used to say, "Thunder in the snow means people eat iron. When thunder snowflakes fall, killing doesn't need a knife." One netizen said, "In the first month of 2021, I recall online reports about thunder snow in Hunan. That year, there were floods in the summer. At the end of 2022, thunder snow hit the northeast, and in the summer of 2023, there were floods again. Now, thunder snow has appeared in Hunan once more. I wonder what will happen in 2024. Hopefully, everyone remains safe and sound." Crows flock chaotically across the sky. Adding to the unusual thunder snow phenomenon, Zhengzhou has witnessed a rare and unsettling occurrence of crows frenziedly navigating through a snowstorm, creating a terrifying atmosphere. On the evening of the 10th, a Zhengzhou resident shared a video, exclaimed, "Look at these crows. What's going on in Zhengzhou? Have you all seen this?" Presently, China is grappling with a severe epidemic, leading to overwhelmed hospitals in many regions. A video posted by a netizen on December 10th reveals the overcrowding at Zhengzhou Children's Hospital, where patients spend 7 to 8 hours for medical treatment, and many require hospitalization, yet there is a shortage of available beds. Despite the challenging situation, the Chinese Communist Party has consistently downplayed the severity of the epidemic, with official media providing minimal coverage. However, leaked information circulating on social media suggests that this wave of the epidemic in China has resulted in numerous fatalities. Over 90% of distilleries in Maotai town halt production. Owners reduce investments by 75%. There are claims that 90% of distilleries in Maotai town have halted production, struggling for survival. According to Tencent News's Prism column, individuals such as taxi drivers and shopkeepers in Renhui, identifying themselves or their relatives as winery owners, often possess limited resources or simply rent cellars for wine production. Renhui City, recognized as the liquor capital of China in 2004, has recently been designated the core production area for Maotai flavor liquor. This has led to a substantial portion of its 654,700 residents having ties to the wine industry. Wang Yang, an employee of a wine company, notes 3 main types of companies in Renhui's sauce wine industry chain: wineries, companies renting cellars for roasting wine, and base wine companies collecting raw materials. Approximately 150,000 people, excluding Mt Tai Distillery's 50,000 employees, are estimated to be actively involved in the wine industry out of the city's urban population of 280,000. From 2016 to 2021, the Maotai wine craze prompted considerable local investments. However, the market downturn this year has resulted in reduced investments, exemplified by Wang Yang's observation of a 75% reduction in one relative's yearly investment from 20 million to 5 million yuan. The challenges extend to those like Lida, who rented a cellar for wine roasting from 2019 to 2021. With diminishing market conditions, owners are less willing to rent cellars, leading to a significant drop in rental rates. External investments and listed companies were once attracted to Maotai town's thriving liquor industry. However, the boom has subsided, with the China Securities Regulatory Commission categorizing liquor as a red light industry in 2023, dissuading further hot money inflow. In recent years, the term rectification has loomed over liquor company owners in Maotai town. The municipal government's 3-year plan, initiated in 2021, aimed to comprehensively manage the liquor industry, resulting in the decommissioning of 622 local liquor production companies and 7,804 cellars. The declining sales and extended repayment cycles are affecting wineries' cash flow. Lowering the threshold for obtaining barcodes, enabling easier market entry for non-winery investors, has further intensified competition among original equipment manufacturers, OEMs. The overall industry is estimated to have declined by 30% to 40%. The decline in high-end Maotai flavor wine sales is noticeable, prompting companies to diversify into lower price ranges. Major players like Maotai Group and Shijio have introduced products priced under 200 yuan, intensifying competition in the popular 100 yuan sauce flavor market. As the industry faces challenges, the emerging Mt Tai tour has gained popularity, offering a novel approach for wineries to attract customers. With uncertainties about when the situation might improve, some speculate 2025, others say 2027. Maotai town's liquor companies are confronted with unprecedented challenges and uncertainties. For street stability, government allocates 8 trillion yuan amid continuing economic decline. According to Radio Free Asia, China's economy is contracting and industries are declining, resulting in reduced tax revenue and tight government finances. However, grassroots government sub-district offices in Chongqing and other places continue to recruit grid officers to be responsible for community security to ensure political stability. The Chongqing Bishan District government website published a recruitment brochure for grid workers on September 26, seeking full-time grid workers aged 18 to 45 with a bachelor's degree. The monthly salary is 2,400 yuan, approximately $334.49, along with 5 major social insurances. On January 3, Shenzhen Western Human Resources Development Company, Limited, openly recruited 185 community grid workers who were then dispatched to various sub-district offices in Nanshan District to complete basic grid work tasks within the jurisdiction. On February 28, Jimei District of Xiamen City recruited 226 grid workers, and on August 10, about 10 districts and counties in Jinan City also hired approximately 2,000 grid workers. The report highlights that nearly all governments in China are recruiting grid workers, while the recruitment of civil servants is uncommon. Ms. Liu, familiar with the situation at a public security station in Shandong, emphasized that compared to civil servants within the system, grid officers have a more crucial task of managing people, conducting regular inspections to ensure community safety and order, and reporting violations within the community to appropriate authorities and the police. Due to financial constraints and salary cuts for many civil servants, the government's decision to recruit a large number of grid workers has raised doubts from the outside world. Ms. Liu also candidly stated that the government will not reduce stability maintenance funds due to financial problems, as they are responsible for collecting information, strengthening communication with residents, holding discussions, visiting, and reporting to superiors. China's daily financial news and other media reported that the Chinese government needs to cover the wages of 80 million grid workers every year, accounting for 40% of tax revenue. Current affairs commentator Lulu believes that it is not a significant issue how many people the Chinese Communist government supports, but it is a more significant problem if civil servants do not fulfill their duties. He said, "Civil servants consume 40% of fiscal revenue. Are they doing their best to fulfill their responsibilities?" The police who used to follow me mentioned that there are 10 police officers in their force, but only 2 are actively engaged in their work. Another commentator surnamed Liu pointed out that the positions supported by China's financial aid have expanded to village-level mass organizations, with village chiefs and party secretaries as examples. Because it is a centralized system, it must extend its reach to the most basic rural and residential communities, including the brigade secretary and village chief. They are all paid, and the money for their financial support comes from taxes. He said that as China's economic environment worsens, the number of people who eat the imperial food continues to increase, further exacerbating conflicts between the government and the people and potentially triggering mass incidents at any time. Some netizens posted on Zhihu and questioned the current financial support for over 80 million people, accounting for 40% of tax revenue. I want to ask a question today: why don't we streamline relevant personnel? Do some institutions really need so many people? Better to spend money on delicious food. Chinese medical insurance sees sharp decline in participants. According to reports from the Financial Times and other media outlets, over 19 million people in mainland China are expected to withdraw from the medical insurance system in 2022. This alarming trend is attributed to the increasing number of Chinese people falling into poverty, coupled with soaring medical insurance costs. Official data from the CCP reveals that, since the outbreak of the new coronavirus in 2020, a total of 41.3 million people have withdrawn from residents' medical insurance. Last year alone, an unprecedented 19 million individuals dropped their medical insurance coverage, underscoring rising unemployment rates and financial hardships faced by the population. The situation is expected to worsen, with CCP officials and analysts warning that, in the first 9 months of 2023, 7 out of 8 provinces in China will witness annual declines in the number of people insured by medical insurance. This further decline is anticipated due to increased premiums and out-of-pocket expenses, limited medical insurance coverage, and decreasing family incomes. China's national healthcare system has witnessed a significant rise in premiums in recent years, surpassing slow or even negative revenue growth. Meanwhile, local governments lack the funds to support insurance plans, passing on escalating medical costs to policyholders. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the minimum premium for major medical insurance has more than doubled since 2018, while average wages for migrant workers have increased by just 24% during the same period. Moreover, rural medical insurance households face high out-of-pocket expenses, sometimes as much as 50 to 70%, when seeking treatment in big city hospitals. For instance, Yuan, a 45-year-old migrant worker from Hunan province, decided to withdraw from medical insurance this year after undergoing a 20,000 yuan, approximately $2,800, back surgery in March, of which insurance covered less than 40%. Yuan said, "In order to maintain my health, I might as well spend more money on high-quality food," emphasizing the perceived inadequacy of insurance in alleviating his medical expenses. Li Weihao, a 55-year-old former rural construction worker in Hubei province, stopped paying his 380 yuan annual premium this year after being unemployed for several months. Li explained to the Financial Times, "I need to make full use of my limited savings. Healthcare is not my top priority." In addition to the decline in medical insurance participation, Social Security also witnessed a sharp decrease in personnel in 2022. Despite a continuous increase in the number of people participating in Social Security nationwide, there was a sudden decrease of 17.05 million in 2022. More than 500 China-made EVs recalled in New Zealand. The GWM Aura 2023, made by the Great Wall Motor, GWM, company headquartered in Hebei, China, is being called back for a software upgrade. This comes as the same EV model was recalled in Australia due to a programming issue that can cause an electric arc to form, creating risk of injury or death. In New Zealand, 523 EVs have been impacted by an international recall for the EV car, GWM National Sales Manager Sean Tupp said in EVs and Beyond. Mr. Tupp explained to the publication the brand would instigate a recall campaign via its national dealership network when it has received all the required information from the manufacturer. A recall notice published on the NZ Transport Agency website states the Aura 2023 produced between January 11th and September 13th this year is impacted by the recall, the notice said, due to a programming issue. If the vehicle is being charged, an operator wants to end the charging task by unlocking the vehicle and removing the charging plug, before canceling the charge from the charge station, a reduced voltage can still be supplied to the vehicle. GWM will contact affected owners in writing, requesting they make an appointment at their preferred GWM dealer, who will update the vehicle software, free of charge. The all-new 100% electric-powered Aura produces zero emissions and is available for about 42,990 New Zealand dollars, roughly $26,000, in Auckland. New Zealand also offers a clean car rebate, providing $7,015, roughly $4,293, for a car that produces zero carbon emissions. The rebate in New Zealand is offered to help the country become carbon neutral through cheaper zero and low-emission cars. Meanwhile, in Australia, 1,659 GM Aura 2023 EVs are being recalled due to an issue that can lead to an electric arc forming between the charging plug and the vehicle. GWM recently released its sales data for November 2023. The company's sales increased 40% in November compared to the same time last year. Between January to November, the company sold more than 1 million vehicles, nearly 13% more than the same months in 2022. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.